Oh, awesome. Right under Mum's chest. Sorry guys, I just love Ellies and these little guys. You see this one? Oh, he's getting stuck in the bushes. Wait, Mum, I can't get... And look at that. Immediately she's there. Huh? Their family support structure. Mum to baby, but even cousin and sisters and brothers and elephants in the unit. Their concern and sensitivity and help towards the new babies in the herd is amazing. They truly are a family unit. Nice bit of sunlight coming through as well. You'll notice the light's changing. We've got the overcast sort of cloud slash mist that we had earlier seems to be burning off now. There's another youngster. No. That's rad. Oh, little baby. Okay, let's go around once more. If we can get another good look. Otherwise, we'll go from the baby Ellie to the baby leopard. And get a view from that side. Oh, there's another two nice ones. Hello. You can see the ears up. Look at the ear position there. Just a little bit aware of us. I'm just going to stop again. Not bothered or not afraid, guys. Please, you must realize that by now we've been following these elephants. I haven't really kept track of time, but probably getting up to an hour now. So they're well aware of us. They know that we're not bothering them. But that ear position was just showing that that female was listening to us. She didn't turn around, she didn't face us, she didn't try and tell us that she's listening. She was just seeing what are they doing, because we're driving right behind her, she can't see us. She was just listening. Oh, can you hear that? Here's a little rumble. And it looks like the calf is suckling now. This one is... Beautiful colors on the leaves there. Just look at the sort of the subtle yellows and beiges coming in. We are in autumn, but because we had this late rain, it's greener than it would normally be. And we've had some, not strange, I mean it's normal behavior, it's nature, it does what it does, but got a few of the trees flushing new leaves again, the marulas for instance, which is quite funny. But a lot of the trees also, in this case, the Combretum apiculatum, or the red bush willow, the leaves that we can see there. A lot of these trees would also start changing the leaves already, because trees don't only respond to rain or not rain, or to summer and winter. Their main trigger... Ooh! Do you hear that? Nice. Bit of trumpeting going on there. We're sitting in a herd and they seem to have spread out over... See, they're talking again. There's definitely a bit of chit-chat going on now. They're sort of over a 400-500 yard space now. Slowly moving towards the waterhole. We've got half an hour of game drive left. I'd say we've got probably close to a 50% chance of actually finding them at the water towards the end of drive. But we'll see how that goes. But, sorry, just quickly to finish on the trees. So trees actually respond quite a lot to length of day. So even if it's raining late or early, or if the rains come late after winter, the trees will start flushing again, even if it hasn't rained, because the length of day and the exposure to sunlight actually plays a big role in it. So that's why a lot of these trees are starting to change their color a little bit, getting into autumn and obviously to winter. But for now, these ellies are all spread out. I'm going to try and catch up to them again, and I think we're going to go back to HT, see what those leopards are up to. We've had a brilliant morning. Baby ellie, baby leopard, beautiful morning temperature wise, so let's enjoy the last part of the drive.
Well, we're still with Shadow and her cub, folks, and it's been quite a beautiful time just to sit with them. She's completely relaxed with us. She gave us one little reminder of who's boss, but no other reminders whatsoever in the time that I haven't been with you. Pete's been with some beautiful ellies, I hear, which is great stuff, and you know, always beautiful just to sit with those ellies and watch their antics, and particularly with the babies. So what a beautiful morning it's been. We're still with Shadow and her cub, as I said, and if you've just joined us, Shadow is the daughter of Karula, and this is her most successful rearing of a cub, the oldest she's ever reared. She hasn't had a fantastic track record. But going back, I just wanted to elaborate a little bit more on one of the questions that was asked. There was a question asked about at what age are they weaned, and I think it's, to say you can't really give an exact date or a month. They can be weaned as early as 3 months, but they're still, when I said that, I think I brushed over that too quickly. They're dependent on their parent for their mother for up to a year, so that's really important to know that they're still around, and they'll be just starting to venture off. The more that time goes on, the less time she spends, and she can go away for sometimes a full day period of 24 hours when she's guarding or protecting larger kills. So when they are up into that, in that dependent period, the first early stages, she'll spend like more than half the day with the cubs, and then as time goes on, she slowly ventures further afield, leaving them in a safe spot. But yeah, it's very complex. There's lots of factors that contribute to the survival. It just depends on the location, it depends on the predator prey ratio, it depends on the predator population within that area as well. And hopefully they get through those hardest times, and she can have a cubs that survives. But she's definitely finished off this Steenbok, which is a small antelope. She would have caught this morning. Gorgeous face, this cat, looking straight at me at the moment. It's okay, my girl. It's alright, my girl. She is quite the business, isn't she? Looks like she's going to move over and see. She's still looking around for scraps, but I think she's going to go and see her cub now, make sure he's alright. She's just moved over the other side of that vegetation. She's licking her lips, and she'll probably spend a bit of time cleaning herself up. Cats, all the cats, domestic and wild, have all got that tendency to clean themselves up, lick their paws, groom themselves. So she's on the move, and she's either finding a place. We've got her little cub coming back into shot now, just to see if there's any morsels left over, and it's really interesting behaviour to watch, folks, that he's sat over there. His mum gave him the cue to stay away when she was having her feed, so he'd already had his share. She finished it off, and he's come back to see if there's any little scraps left over. I'm predicting that if there's not, he'll go and follow her, but I doubt that she's moved very far from him. She's probably just moved off over. Yeah. We're just going to keep up with her and him. Direct me back there, please, mate. Folks, I'm just trying to negotiate this area. We're going to try and get over a little bit closer there. I couldn't go around the other way. Still good, mate. As you can imagine, we don't have rear view mirrors in these vehicles. I rely on Brian to be my eyes in the sky, my rear view mirror, my right hand man, everything, mate. Many different roles. So we're just moving around now, folks, to see where she is. Just laid down over here in the grass. position here. How's that for you, mate?
I think you might need to go back a little bit. I can get the cover as well.
Just moving into position, folks. Let's see. Is that good?
That's good.
So the whole process now that happens is that she's going to sit there and groom herself as we predicted. It's typical cat behaviour after a really big meal like that, to groom themselves and clean themselves, and then I imagine that she's going to become a flat cat, what we call a flat cat, which is a sleeping puss cat, a sleeping big cat that's going to lie down and just get out of the heat of this big day. Wow, what an incredible sight to see. Cub in the background. That's lovely to see, isn't it? That's a beautiful two-shot there with the cub in the background, that little bit of sunshine on his face. I did take a lot of photographs before to ID him, so we can keep him in our records. It's really important that we get really good facial pictures of the cats to keep a record of who's who. But at the same time, as I said before, I really rely on you to help me with this, because I don't see these cats every day, and many of you that have been watching WildEarth and Safari Live for years have got fantastic knowledge, oodles and oodles of knowledge out there. The cub wants to come closer to his mum, and she just gave him the look to say, just stay back for a second, I'm not done yet.
Do you have a name, please?
There's lots of body language that occurs. And lots of posture and lots of... She's going to come up and... He's a beautiful little guy, isn't he? Beautiful bit of parental bond there. Look at that. Oh, that is just beautiful, eh?
Yeah, stand up. I'll try and get around.
Just going in the shade of this tree here. Figure out what they do. They could do anything. They could find a little shady spot just in there, or move through. I just want to orientate the vehicle so we are in the same direction as them, but I think that this little guy's just going to walk right in front of us. And I think he's just doing a little bit of investigating there. I'm not sure where Mum is. Mum's back further. She might have gone back to the kill area just to see if there's any last little morsels. He's having a bit of a play here in front of us, pouncing on a few things, and it's actually not it's not as hot as I thought it was going to be at this time. So they're still active, they're still walking around. He's going back to look for his mum. And she's coming through now, so she's probably going to walk right into our shot. I've got my eye on her, Brian's got his eye on the cub, and just going to move around. Just watch her. I'm not sure what she's going to decide to do. She's about 3 meters away from us at the moment. She's picking up scent. Oh, I can see what it is. Right now, all the picture fits together. This is the serval that she either killed. I just want to watch their behaviour first because he's in a real playful mood, and I'll come back to the serval. And you see just there, Brian, it's not a great spot for you, mate, but I'm going to just move forward ever so gently. It's okay, my boy. It's okay, my boy. Can you see, Brian? I'm going to just leave it there, folks, because I don't want to disturb him. That beautiful bit of parental care there going on right in front of us. This is like 2 or 3 meters, about 10 feet from us. And this is why we do what we do. Too beautiful. So, that's exactly what we were talking about. Still dependent and still very, very tight. How beautiful is that? She just looked up and he was like, "Carry on, Mum." I'm just going to take a few photographs, folks, because this is just too beautiful to see at the moment. And I do apologise for all the clicking. But this is why just beautiful. This is real bonding, beautiful. Oh, you're a beautiful girl. She's really cleaning him up, her little guy. Looking after her cub. The light is magnificent. We are in a beautiful spot. And both of these cats are so relaxed with us. Lovely little vocalization from the cub there. Mum just sat on him then. I know you've got a couple of branches in the way, folks, but I just don't want to impinge on what's going on for them. It's really a tender moment there happening between a mother and a cub. And we're just going to go and see what they do. Wasn't that magic?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Wow, wow, wow. That's what Wild Safari Live's all about. Being with these beautiful creatures and watching that natural behaviour just happen in front of our very eyes. So these noises that you can hear, these branches and small sort of sticks that are sticking up, they sound a lot worse than they actually are, folks, because they're just running underneath the bottom of the car. It doesn't affect, you can see that the cats themselves aren't worried about it. I just go nice and gently and slowly, slowly. It's all about just going gently and calmly. And they're really into each other at the moment, so I'm going to just go up nice and slowly here and just get Brian a good shot and then turn the car off. Oh, the car will turn off by itself. Sorry about that, girl. For you, mate.
You go a little bit further forward.
It's okay, girl.
Yeah, I've just had one stick in the way, but
yeah. I think we're going to have to live. We're going to have to live with the stick, folks. I think. I don't want to go any closer. I don't want to change that beautiful behaviour that's going on right now. This is a very, very tender moment that you're seeing of grooming and the mother caring for her offspring, her oldest cub that she's ever raised. So this is a great privilege to be sitting here right now with these two and forgetting all the stats and the anecdotes and so on and just looking at two amazing animals interacting, mother and son. He doesn't look like he's enjoying that at all, does he? Oh, this is just a pleasure, absolute pleasure. He really wants his mum to continue. He's just rolled over. And this is typical behaviour too after a big feed with mother and cubs. She'll always clean the cubs up and look after them. A little bit of rubbing herself on territorial markings. You don't know also, we don't know what other scents are on any of these trees or sticks or shrubs. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful light, eh? Let's let them be for a little bit. We've still got them in vision, of course. I know they're just around the corner, but I want to just give them a little bit of space. We don't have to be too close, as long as we can keep them visual and we've got a nice picture there. I'll just go around now. She's just moving around the back. Focus on, actually I might go around the other way and not follow on with these guys and just see if they're around the other way, Brian. So folks, just bear with me, I'm going backwards. Oh, sorry mate. I just want to see, I'll tell you what, why don't we go and see what Pete's up to whilst I'm just repositioning, because I really want to see what he's got. It's always a surprise with Pete, that's for sure. And I'll come back to you just now. If anything, let's cross over to Pete and we'll just see you now.
Well, we don't have elephants at this waterhole, but they have been here, as we can see clearly from the tracks and the dung. A little bit of news that we can read around the waterhole. But from our side for now, firstly, great viewing there. I believe it was some special sort of mum and baby moments, a bit of grooming. Very, very important grooming for social bonding as well, apart from the practical cleaning aspect. But from our side, it's been a beautiful morning. Great leopard, fantastic seeing Shadow, fantastic spending the morning with him, maybe more of it this afternoon, I think. Great ellies, that baby elephant was something that I loved this morning. And just altogether beautiful morning, great weather, not too hot, so we should have a fantastic afternoon as well. We came past Buffelshoek Dam. Not too much going on here, but it will be busy later on. Same for Gowrie Waterhole. That herd of elephants were heading that way, so keep an eye on the waterhole for you guys that like the waterholes as well. And I just want to say, as always, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you as my guest. My name is Peter Pretorius. Andrew, nice being in the vehicle with you on camera.
Thank you.
And we will see you again this afternoon for another live safari in the African bush, live and happening. So join us for that. Bye-bye.
Really lovely bit of behaviour going on here. It's claw scratching, claw sharpening by both of them. They've just moved off a little bit here. I'm just going to just sit here so Brian can get a picture of Shadow. Is that nice, Brian?
Yeah, it's good.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I just want to take a photograph of that, folks, if that's okay. Oh, so beautiful, this cat. They're having some fun together. What an amazing, amazing morning this has been. I have to say, folks, this is a big thank you to... You just grab that, Brian? Does that stick, mate? Oh, sorry, buddy. A big thank you to Peter for this. This is all he's doing here, bringing us in on this, and this is really in his honour. And thank you, all of you. I just want to give a couple of thank yous right now, because all of you have been absolutely incredible this morning with all your information, your knowledge, and helping me. It's just been very, very special, and thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm sorry how you're looking at the back of my head all the time. It's just that I'm not turning around to camera as much because I really want to just keep an eye on these two. And as you can see, they're just standing out there. She's just surveying the area. She may go across into Arathusa, which is just that line just along there. You can see that line. That is the road, and she's got to cross that, but she's coming out into open area, so she's just watching herself there. Out in open ground now. Just watch where she goes. Up that beautiful tree. I have a feeling she might go up onto the top of that termite mound there. I'm just going to move forward, see if she does. I have a funny feeling she's going to go up. Oh, yes, she has. Isn't that lovely? Look at that, Brian. Right on the top of that termite mound, and her cub's going to follow her up. I had a funny feeling she was going to do that. It's just such a beautiful vantage point there. She's moving down the other side, or is she still up there, Brian?
No, she's just gone down.
Okay, we'll just move in. So folks, I might start to let me get into position so we can still see a little bit of... Oh, there she is. There she is. Beautiful. I'm going to talk to you whilst Brian's got beautiful vision there of those two cats, and start to sign off because I've got about 2 minutes to go. And I just want to thank you all for your wonderful feedback and support this morning, and your questions and the interaction that we've had on Wild Safari Live. And it's just a reminder of how special this project is, what we do here with all of you. You're all a huge part of it, and my line is always, we wouldn't be able to do it without you. It's just fantastic. Just really important to be involved in it, and great to have you with us. Now, I just want to say one thing. There's not going to be a fireside chat this weekend. We've got the consecutive fireside chats the following weekend, so we're not doing one tonight. We're preparing for 2 big ones in the next weekend, so just a gentle reminder on that. You know what? I'm not going to follow these guys anymore. I'm going to let them go off into the distance now, and just say thank you to them as well, even though, you know, we all know that animals can't understand. But Brian, I'm not sure if you can see. I might just go on a little bit so you can see her go off into the distance. Can you see her there, mate? She's just walking down there into the distance. We don't need to follow them right up to the wire. We can let them be now. We've had an unbelievable morning with those 2 cats. And I just want to thank Brian. Absolutely beautiful work. I want to thank everyone that assisted with that this morning. But the biggest thank you is to Peter Pretorius for bringing us in on that. Amazing job. And that's the first massive interaction I've had with a cub and the mother on Juma and Arethusa. So, farewell, my friends. An absolutely beautiful morning. You saw it with us on Wild Safari Live. If you've got any questions, give them to us at hashtag Safari Live, or questions at wildearth.tv. We are going to see you again very soon. Thanks so much. We'll see you later this afternoon. Bye now from Brian and I.